Hi, it's me, Dr. Sheila Dobee with Your Caring Dentist. I know a lot of you are a little bit worried about the fires that are going on. You're concerned about the smoke, you're concerned about evacuations. So today I had a conversation with a wonderful patient of mine, John, who is a firefighter that's retired. He also gets daily briefings from the California Fire Department, so he kind of has up-to-date information about what's going on, how contained the fires are. So I wanted to share that conversation with you guys as of today, August 25th, and just give you an up-to-date of what's going on. Also wanted to let you know that my YouTube channel, if you subscribe, has a lot of information that's kind of coming through, and I'm also just kind of focusing on trying to get you healthy and happy during this difficult time. On this channel, on this episode, I'm actually going to have links to some useful things like the air quality, how to check if you're in an evacuation zone, things that you need to pack for if you do have to evacuate. So hopefully it's useful, and just wanted to let you know that here at Your Caring Dentist, we are always here for you, trying to keep you happy, healthy, and safe. There's a lot of people out there that are really worried about the fires in the Bay Area. Can you give us some advice as of today, what's going on?
Sure. This morning I watched all the live feed from CalFire, and it appears that all the fires are surrounded. Inside the perimeter of the fire, there's still active fire with no winds and humidity in the evenings. They believe that they can control the fires and not let them out of the perimeter. But inside the perimeter is still active fire and homes are threatened.
So what's inside the perimeters like right now?
Homes.
What kind of areas?
It's called wildland interface. That's where you have trees, houses, canyons, and that's what's causing the problem in California now, is because there's been a huge explosion of interface homes that go out into the mountains. And they build on top because they get the best view, but as fire climbs up the mountain, they can burn the home down.
So basically what you're saying right now, the fires are contained, so we really don't have that much to worry about, right?
If you're not in the perimeter of the fire, at this time, it appears you're perfectly safe.
Got it. And what about the air quality? Can you give us some advice on that? Because I know like areas like Pleasanton was reaching out like 316.
Yes.
And Fremont was high, like 160s.
Yeah, it's not good for you to breathe that. And there's not a mask that will stop the fire gases from entering your lungs. A mask will stop the particulates from entering your lungs. This smoke is not healthy, but it's not as bad as a burning building where there are a lot of materials mixing, creating chemicals that we don't know what they are. This is a very bad campfire because all the material that's being burned is organic matter.
Got it. So what advice would you give those people that are like sensitive to lungs? I guess they have to just stay indoors, right?
Yeah, shelter in place. Use your air conditioner. When you're in your car, recirculate the interior air, and just try to stay out of it as much as you can. And if you feel any distress, call your doctor.
Well, now what about the air conditioners? Is that healthy for you? Because is that pulling out air from the outside?
No, it recirculates the air inside.
Okay, and is that every air conditioner is the same?
Mm-hmm. You'll find in your house you'll have a filter, and it brings the air from inside the house through the filter and through the house.
Oh wow, I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that. So the other issue that people are having is the people with sensitive lungs. They want to go out and try and get some, they say, fresh air. Is there anywhere in the Bay Area where the air is good quality right now?
The closest thing you may find to fresh air would be the coast. Mm-hmm. Half Moon Bay, Santa Cruz, along the coast. Especially late in the evening when the normal westerly winds blow. It blows the smoke from the coast inland, so those areas would be the best area you could find.
Now, how are you guys fighting these fires? Because it's obviously really difficult because you've got like these huge acres and acres and acres of fire. Like, how do you even contain that?
What you do first of all is contain the perimeter. That's been done. Then you have to go in, and we call it mop up, or try to save houses. But the most important thing is to stop the fire from getting bigger. They do it by air mostly. They do tankers, and they do airdrops from helicopters.
Oh, wow. And then you were mentioning earlier that they're digging around those perimeters. How do they do? What
That's all handwork. Chainsaws, a tool called a mattox, and what you do, you clear an area so the fire won't go past that, or you hope it won't go past that. A lot of times you'll burn a fire into the fire. You'll set a fire yourself. It's all a plan. You don't do this willy-nilly. It's a plan. And depending on the winds and the fuel, we'll set fires into the fire to get a defensible space.
So right now there's not much to worry about in the areas that we know
If
about.
you're safe now, you're probably safe.
Oh, great. That's really helpful to hear to my patients and my friends that are around in the Bay Area. They're obviously really worried right now. Tell us, how are firefighters dealing with this right now? I mean, obviously you've got the coronavirus going on, and how is it out there for you guys?
What happens on the fire lines, now there's at least 3 or 4 fires in the Bay Area. Firefighters work 12 hours a day, 12 on, 12 off for 21 days. Fremont firefighters do. CalFire works 12 on, 12 off until the fire's out.
Wow. And where are they sleeping?
Mostly on the ground or cots in fire camps, and occasionally if they're there too long, they'll send them to a motel to get a shower and a good night's sleep, and then send them back in.
Wow. So you did this for 35 years, right?
34.
Wow. That's a lot of work out there. And how are they staying healthy, the firefighters out there?
Over a long period of time, as the general population, some people acquire diseases, and firefighters acquire way more cancer diseases than the average population from the inhaling the chemicals over a long period of time.
Wow, so they're really risking their lives to keep us safe.
Oh, every job has its risk, and that's our risk.
Wow. Well, thank you for all that you do for us. That's amazing.
Well, it's a wonderful job, and I wish I could do it again.
Is there any last piece of advice that you want to give the Bay Area residents, my patients and friends out there?
Yeah, if you're healthy, try not to get in the smoke, but it's like a campfire. It really is. So don't worry about it too much. If you have a issue with your lungs, that's the time to worry about it.
And for those people, stay indoors, and if you have any issues,
stay indoors. Recirculate your air indoors, recirculate your air in the car. There's a button in your car for air conditioning. One that takes the air from outside, and one recirculates the air inside. So make sure you use that one.
Wow, that's information that a lot of people didn't know. Is there anything else that people could do in their houses, like to keep the smoke from coming out?
Most of us now have double pane windows and good seals around all our doors and things like that. It should be fine. It should be fine.
So we don't have to cover any vents or anything like that?
No, you don't.
Okay.
All the vents are underneath the house, and you have a floor on top of that, and no gases should come through.
And a final thing, as far as if you have to evacuate, so for example, those people that are in those dangerous areas, like those people will have enough time usually to get their belongings together, right?
Usually. My sister was evacuated with this fire at 3 in the morning, and all she did was get in the car and leave. Her house did not burn down. She got to return to it, but there was no time at all. They usually forecast this. And if you can forecast it, if you see danger around you, pack your car up. And make sure you get your medications. Make sure you get your personal belongings you need, papers, so you can survive.
Got it. But for most people, everyone should be safe and healthy right now because it's contained, so not much to worry about.
Right. If you're safe now, you're probably going to be safe.
Thank you, John. Thank you for being an amazing patient, and thank you for sharing this wisdom with my patients and my friends that are out there in the Bay Area and worried
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, it's a tough time, but we'll get through it. We always do.